but that one gets cleared away, and they're going to call that one Sycamore ball. I believe that was number 15, Luke Hammer, trying to get, I'm sorry, that was actually number 3 down there, Carter Morlock, who has 7 goals on the season for the Eagles, almost number 8 after a very impressive run out there for the Eagles. Ball is sent back and cleared deep into Milford territory. The Eagles will pass the ball back to goalkeeper Horton, who will get things started again. Milford has had the lion's share of the possession here through the first 3 minutes, but that's not going to help as that one is thrown into the far side. As we take a look here, a nice pass there. I believe that's number 10, Max Crawford, able to make a nice little move. Throw the pass into the middle, but easily cleared as we get you back into action. And that one will be thrown out again for another Sycamore throw-in. Max Crawford, second on the team in goals with 11. Also second on the team in assists, 9 assists. He's been one of their most productive players this year. As we mentioned earlier, these two teams also played in the third round last year. Milford getting the best of Sycamore. The 6-seeded Eagles got the best of the 8-seeded Aviators, 2-1. Milford would eventually fall in the regional final 5-0 to eventual state championship, Cleveland St. Ignatius. But both teams are back this year. Both teams still great records, as we mentioned. Milford 14-3-1, Sycamore 11-3-1, with their only 3 losses coming to 3 of the top 5 seeds in Mason, St. X, and number 5 seeded Oak Hills. Jake Isaacs will get the ball off for Sycamore into the middle, but quickly turned over and then taken back by Sycamore again. Very nice move there by Aiden Young, trying to get the ball through the middle, and he's got a little bit of space here. Passes it to the outside, but that one just a little bit too far out of the reach. You can see there, nice move just to be able to cut back. Great balance and great footwork by Young to be able to get past the defender. And almost had a nice move starting there, but fortunately the pass just a little bit off. Into the middle now, but stolen away by Milford as they will get it back to their goalkeeper to clear out and try to get the ball out of their defending end. Sycamore has started their attack recently, and the ball's been staying in that end for the last few minutes or so as we get through our first 5 or so minutes of this game. Ball to the outside by Sycamore, but that was a nice block away. Able to keep the ball inbounds on the far side, try to get something started, but that one's poked away. A little bit of a fight for the ball. Sycamore able to keep control of the ball. And trying to make a nice move there. Milford able to keep control of the ball. And that one ripped into a defender there. That was junior midfielder Ryan Henke, who leads the Eagles in scoring. Tried to get a long shot out there, but a nice block by the Sycamore defender. Eagles trying to get something started again. But that ball is knocked out of bounds. Colin Sinner trying to get something started there. You can see kind of the jostle for possession there. That's number 3, Colin Murlock, and I believe that was Max Benke for the Aviators, jostling around out there. Clean play, but a lot of fighting for the ball. You can see both teams trying to get out on the front foot, be a little bit aggressive early here as we come through about our first 7 or so minutes into the first half. Ball is thrown to the middle, but a tough touch there by Crawford. Able to get the ball back, and then he's pushed over. Yeah, I believe that'll be on the Sycamore captain, number 17. So, tough break for him right there. Just fighting for the ball there with Nick Haskins, but not able to come up with it. And that'll be the first free kick of the night to the Milford Eagles. Ball comes in, knocked to the side, but oh no, not quite cleared. Able to be kept in by Morlock, but just cannot find anyone there. Taking a look here, we have our regionals. This is actually one of the regionals on our other ICRC-TV broadcast. We actually have the #1 Mason Comets facing the #14 Coleraine Cardinals, and then you can see at the bottom here we have #4 Sycamore playing #8 Milford. Winner faces the winner of the Beaver Creek Springboro game that's going on concurrently to this one. See a nice play there by Ryan Hankey trying to get the ball into a good spot, but Sycamore closing down quickly. Crawford trying to move down the sideline, able to move around a defender or two, see if he can find some room, but nope, that one's knocked away. I believe that was defender senior Jonas Snyder on the play. Going back here to the corner early, you can see a nice ball in, and just not enough head on that by Ryan Hankey. And you can see sometimes with a lot of heads in there, can't quite get clean contact, and that's why it just kind of went safely to the goaltender. No harm, no foul. But this could be something here. Trying to get the ball, but a very nice play. That was #5, Nick Haskins, trying to make some early noise. See the play, little back kick, and then Haskins trying to make something work, but just a very nice block there by Sycamore. It's another corner, and it looks like we're going to get a handball there. Yeah, and that's a tough break for Milford. Couple nice drives for them, couple nice attacking moments, but just nothing that they could really get out of it by the end. So tough break for them, but they look to have the ball again in the attacking area, trying to move forward. #8 Colin Sinner trying to get to the outside, but that one flipped away by Nick Brugeman, #17. He's been very involved for this defense early. That one will go out for an Eagle throw. Trying to take it quickly. A nice little flip over his head there, but not a whole lot past that. But it does look like Milford able to get the ball back. Milford getting a couple of nice attacking runs early, but just missing that one crucial pass to be able to find the first goal of the game. Once again, both these teams played obviously very well this year, both top 8 seeds, and oh wow, that's going to be a tough little knock there. Hand is up. Alex Rosenfeld, the top scorer on Sycamore, not too happy about that, but looked to be maybe clipped the goalkeeper a little bit. And yeah, that looks like that probably is a foul. The Sycamore fan section below me, maybe not quite seeing the same thing I see, but looked to be a foul on Sycamore. Good call by our officials out there today. Milford moving the ball into the middle again, doing a great job of finding open spaces, especially in the midfield. Getting it to the bottom of the screen to Crawford. Tries to flip the field real quick and is able to find someone on the other side. And there's a deep ball, and there's someone on the end. A nice move, but just a great clearance there. These Sycamore defenders have had a few unnerving moments early, but have certainly been up to the task at every time so far, forcing, weak shots or no shot at all. So kudos to the Aviators defenders early in this game. Sending the ball back in, and working the ball back. Looks like Milford early in this game, trying to kind of beat the defense back, find some spaces. Sycamore a little bit more deliberate in their attack, getting the ball back, kind of trying to feel out this Milford defense early, maybe wait for them to make some mistakes on their own. But so far, it's been Milford on the attack, as there is a nice play, and it looks like it's kicked out. Yeah, is that going to be a corner there for Max Crawford? And you can see a very nice move there. I believe that was Nick Haskins, but just a great clear there by Brugman. His name has been called quite a bit, as there's a little short corner by the Eagles. Goes over the head of the one man they had there, and looks like Milford's going to look to clear it, but maybe just doing a little bit of dribbling early, trying to get past the defense, but that pass will go the other way, and once again another turnover, as Sycamore might have something here on the left side, trying to get a ball in, but that one knocked away. So far, no one on the ball, picked up by Sycamore, and that cross in by Aiden Young gets knocked away pretty quickly. Milford moving the ball down the far sideline. Sycamore looking for a foul early. Can hear the fans right below asking where that was, but looks like Hamilton will get the foul call there. That's a foul on number 21, Maddox Benfeld, I believe. Yeah, and just kind of throwing the shoulder into him by Benfeld, so pretty easy call there for the refs, and Milford will keep possession. Milford trying to move the ball around, and it looks like maybe a little bit too much pushing on the far side by Caleb Joming. And yeah, it looks like the ball will go back over to the Aviators on a free kick. They kick it short, trying to get some Eagles up and off their line a little bit, but Milford staying very, very much in their zones, keeping their responsibilities. So far, Sycamore's had a tough time moving the ball around too much, as we are once again in the Region 4 for Division 1, the district semifinals. So the winner goes to the district finals or the regional quarterfinals. So big game here. Whoever wins this will play the winner of the Beaver Creek Springboro game. Sycamore maybe starting to get a little bit of a move here. Ball behind the defense, and gets knocked over there, but still able to keep the ball. They're not going to call anything there, it doesn't look like. And that looked like Emilio Garcia had some room there, and maybe a little bit of contact, but no call there. Very interesting to see. Let's see on the replay. You can see Garcia getting pushed down a little bit. And yeah, it looked like Colin Kittrell, maybe a little bit of push in there, but the officials ruled it not enough to be a foul. Ball is deep, but just over the outstretched foot of Alex Rosenfeld. So Milford, after playing very well in the offensive end, has given up a few chances lately, but they might have one of their own right here. Just not quite able to get to the ball again, and Sycamore will take over again with the ball. A little bit of contact there, and looks like they're going to get maybe Milford offsides there. Far linesmen seem to have it. So number 3, Carter Morlock, offsides there, and that'll be a free kick for Sycamore. Junior goalkeeper Jake Isaacs there. In 9 games, had 5 goals against, 16 saves, so 762 save percentage. getting the start over senior goalkeeper Toshi Shoda, who was in this game last year, made a number of nice saves. So this year going with the junior in Isaacs. Sycamore trying to move the ball to the left. Milford definitely adding some physicality to this game, but so far no calls. Just a little bit of hand checking, nothing too big, and so far no calls on that end. Kick is away to the far side to Max Crawford. Cut to the other side, and I believe there's going to be a foul call there. Maybe some early contact. Yeah, and it looks like it will be a free kick to Milford. Possibly a handball there, or maybe something just before the camera is able to get over there. But either way, Milford will get the free kick right about at midfield. Getting it up to the far side, trying to find someone in the middle. But it looks like there was a call, maybe a foul potentially on Nick Haskins there. Let's take a look. Ball goes in. And yeah, I think you're going to get Haskins with a little bit of a push on Brugerman, trying to get some position there. Ref saw a little bit too much contact and went back to Sycamore. Although Milford trying to run the ball down in the corner, they will, and that's knocked out of bounds for a Milford throw-in. Max Crawford been up and down that left side so far. Definitely trying to get the ball to him early in this game. That seems to be the Eagles' game plan so far through about the first 20 minutes of the first half here in this third round playoff game. And oh man, Haskins trying to make a play there, but Isaac's able to get the ball, and no harm, no foul. And you can see the foot kind of goes up. It's a little bit of a bump. I guess they figured he already had the ball. Not going to call foul there. Nothing too malicious, just going for the ball. And the Sycamore defender, or the Sycamore goalkeeper had already gotten the ball, so nothing further there. And that one's just going to be cleared out by Luke Hammer. I'm sorry, that was actually number 13, Jacob Haskins on the far side. These black on black jerseys, certainly not the easiest to read, but especially at night. But sometimes we're going to get the 5s and 3s just a little bit mixed up. So that one actually, Jonah Snyder, number 13 for the Aviators. See there, maybe a quick substitution. Eli Miller coming off for the Aviators. They'll have a throw-in on the far side. Try to get something going, but a couple of Eagles defenders jumping on it quickly. Right now, neither team keeping firm control of the ball. It'll go all the way back to the goalkeeper and crush down the field towards midfield, and that'll go way out of bounds for a Milford throw-in. Ball going down the right side. A little bit of contact there, nothing called. Sycamore trying to chip the ball in, but just a bit too far, and Horton's able to jump on it. You can see earlier, just a little bit of pushing and shoving, you know, Milford trying to get position, Sycamore just trying to get the ball out of there, went over the back a little bit, but refs did not see enough contact to call anything, so play on at this point. So far a little bit chippy, but you know, this is the playoffs. Teams want it real bad, and you know, the refs don't want to make an unnecessary call to try to make themselves the star of the game and, you know, kind of change the outcomes. So far, refs kind of letting them play, and both teams getting a little chippy early, so it'll be interesting to see if this keeps on in the second half, especially so far in a scoreless game. Now, of course, Sycamore won their first playoff game after a bye, as that ball is cleared away. Milford played LaSalle in their first game and actually went into a double overtime game. Won 3-2 in double overtime over LaSalle. So definitely some nervy moments for them early. This is the bracket that we have at this point. You can see, St. X number 2 at the top there, but Sycamore and Milford looking to play the winner of Beaver Creek Springboro once again, going on in line with this game. So I believe that game coming up later this week for the winner. Ball goes to the near side to Milford, but it's picked off. And trying to make a little bit of a move of it, and some great movement. Number 9, Liam Skinner, able to kind of work the ball to the outside and get a corner kick. The Aviator fans stomping on the stands right below me, definitely making a lot of noise. Excited for their first corner kick of the night. Garrick Friedrich, first on the team with 14 assists, will be taking this corner from the far sideline. That one knocked away. But it looks like there's going to be a whistle there for a foul, and it'll go back over to Milford. See, kind of getting the far angle. You see a number of guys go up for it, but look to be maybe Crawford there, able to just time the jump correctly and get the ball out of there. Very tense moments there for a defense trying to defend a corner. Everyone trying to mark a man, and then sometimes, you get out jumped and the ball can ricochet in, but great job by Milford there. Able to get their defender just a little bit higher than all the heads of the Sycamore offensive players and able to clear the ball out. Milford getting the ball in, but yeah, that looks like Jake Isaacs will jump on the ball. So far, not too many big saves by either of the teams. Both goaltenders have been steady, no mistakes, but haven't really had to make that big save yet. A couple of just, grabbing the ball before things get too nervy. Although this looks like this might be a chance. Oh, no, but Isaacs comes off his line very nicely. Very smart play there by Isaacs. Sometimes, as a goaltender, you're kind of wondering, should I stay back? Should I go for it? But, cause sometimes if you try to go for it, ball goes around you, and then there's an open net. But great play there by Isaacs. As it looks like the ball is going to the far end there. Rosenfeld's trying to find someone on the far side, and that one knocked away by Milford. Another chip in, trying to find Rosenfeld's. That one blocked. Rosenfeld's keeping the ball in his legs and hits the left footer into the bottom corner of the net. Alex Rosenfeld's top on the teams with 15 goals, make it 16 for him now. You can see all the excited Aviators fans. Senior Alec Rosenfeld, which is a great play there. The ball gets popped out by the defender, able to keep it close to his body, find a little gap, and a nice left-footed shot in there. Colin Cottrell for Milford trying to get the ball away, but Rosenfeld able to keep the ball close to his body, keep it away from the defenders, and there's just nothing Horton can do there. So big play there by Sycamore, and with just over 14 minutes to go in this first half, Sycamore has taken the lead. Last year, Milford got a goal early in the second half to take control, ended up getting a second. Sycamore just kind of getting their consolation goal to make it 2-1, but so far, Sycamore coming out with some vengeance, trying to avenge that playoff loss last year to Milford. And so far, been playing very solid on the back end. We've mentioned Isaac's playing pretty well, but number 17, Nick Brugman, has just been a stalwart in the middle of that defensive four. So Sycamore playing some nice offense, and it looks like there will be a foul there. They have a foul on Milford, so it'll go back over to Sycamore. Far linesmen seem to have the flag up for a foul. Milford once again trying to keep some pressure up here. Able to force a couple of mistakes, but none, you know, in the deep and the two center backs there. But still putting some pressure, and that might be something to watch here. See if they try to increase the pressure more as the game goes on. Ball knocked away off the throw by Milford. See if they can try to make a run here. And it looks like potentially on that last move, yeah, it looked like got the kick over here. I believe that's the number 4 Simone's. Yeah, and he just kind of gets truck stick there by Matthew Kosla. So they're going to call a foul there. You know, once again, Kosla just going for the ball, but a little bit too much body there, and they end up calling the foul there on Sycamore. So free kick here for Milford, trying to get things set up. Although you hope for the, you hope for the free kick. Milford's been a little bit better on the kind of counterattack, so maybe not as much for them. Not able to quite find the spaces. Usually looking for a quick turnover or a quick switch of the field. See them starting to probe a little bit, trying to find something behind this Sycamore defense. But once again, a very solid defense. Like we said, in their last 3 games, only allowing 1 goal a game while scoring, more than 5 goals a game. So they have been definitely playing well their last 3 games. But once again, as the playoffs start to move forward, you get to play good teams every week. You don't quite get some of the lesser teams. Most of those teams have already been knocked out. So it's usually a dogfight every time from now on. And you can certainly see that so far with 2 solid teams, maybe a little bit different ideologies of how they want to attack the game. But so far, a little bit of a chippy, but a solid game so far through first about half hour. Paul is back to the goalkeeper.
Sycamore number 5, Calvin Miles, and number 13, Jonas Snyder for the Eagles.
Looks like there might have been a Jonas Snyder and Nick Haskins might have gotten into it a little bit, possibly getting some warnings there by the referee. So that's called, and something you might want to keep an eye on for the rest of this game. Once again, mentioned it's been a little bit chippy here. 3rd round of the playoffs, rematch of last year, so both teams obviously have the intensity, but don't want to see too much chippiness, and hopefully the quick warnings have kind of tamped down some of that play early. Ball is thrown into the Milford end. Milford has just not been able to find a whole lot of gaps in a non-counterattack scenario. Sycamore has really kind of controlled the midfield here. You can kind of see that again as Milford trying to move the ball forward, but just not able to find too much room. There's a very nice slide tackle there by Sycamore to get the ball back clean. All ball right there. That's pretty much textbook. You can see Rosenfeld with the goal, working in the midfield, but that one kicked just a little bit too far outside. You can see some of the play early, but that is a very nice slide tackle there. I believe that was Eli Miller for the Aviators, just making a very nice slide tackle once again. Pretty much textbook. As Milford moved the ball a little bit down, but ended up losing it out of bounds again. So throw in to the Aviators, and it looked like Jake Isaacs maybe mishit that one a little bit.
Corner kick for the Eagles.
And it goes right out of bounds, so it'll actually be a corner kick for the Eagles. Kind of interesting ball flight there, so maybe mishit it a little bit. Now the Eagles will get the corner here. Punched away by Isaacs, and then knocked away further by Brady Foy. just to get the ball out of there. Great defense by the Aviators, able to get the ball away, as it looks like it'll be a throw in here for Milford. See the kick, nice location, but Isaacs comes up and gets a hand in just before Jacob Haskins, is able to get in and get ahead on it. It looked like, you know, if Isaacs didn't come off his line, there's certainly a chance that Haskins could have gotten his head on that ball, and that could have been some trouble for Sycamore. Milford getting a little bit of a counterattack here. Kind of a heavy touch, possibly looking for Eli Simons on the far side. So you see him, he'll take the throw in. Oh, no, I'm actually going to hand it off to Caleb Gelman. And nope, they'll make another change here. It'll be Haskins who will take the throw in. Possibly a long throw opportunity here, mostly like a corner. Throw maybe not quite as far as he had hoped, but Milford's still able to get a little bit of trouble, get the ball in. But about 6 Aviator defenders are around to get the ball far away from their goaltender, as there's a nice move there on the far side. And a little push, but they're not going to call anything, and Milford will get the ball back. Sycamore, under a little bit of pressure, will just kick the ball well over anyone's head. See the nice play in there. The ball almost ricochets perfectly to Ryan Hankey. Once again, the top scorer for the Eagles. As here looks to be a little bit of a run out for Sycamore. But Milford able to get a nice tackle, and they're going to try a little run out of their own, trying to find Simons on the far side. He's able to control the ball, but that one blocked nicely by Sycamore. Maybe need to try to find someone running in through the back. There we go. Moving into the side, a long shot there, but that one flutters harmlessly left of the goal, and it'll be a goal kick for Sycamore and Jake Isaacs. You can see right here, a nice little run here by Sycamore, but great play to get the foot out there. Jonah Snyder was running in, but Luke Hammer able to get a foot on the ball and make a stop. Clean play there, as we see a foul. But clean play there by Hammer on the replay. Able to get the stop in kind of a tense situation. You know, if you're Milford here, played a close game, you've had some chances. Obviously tough to be down 1-0, but you certainly don't want to make it 2-0 with the way Sycamore has been defended. Goals are going to be very difficult to come by here. There's a nice little back foot kick. And, wow, a little bit of a collision there. Not going to call anything, but Liam Skinner for the Aviators having a shot on an open net after that collision and just not making it. Looks like both players kind of running for it, and it looks like Garcia and Logan Horton making some contact, but nothing called there.
And number 11, Grant Schaefer.
You can see right there Skinner trying to find the goal there. It's kind of an open net, but not able to connect, as it'll be now a goal kick for Milford with just about 4.5 minutes to go here in this first half. Once again, winner of this game goes to the district final, which is the regional quarterfinal. So they'll play the winner of the Beaver Creek Springboro game. Ball is chipped harmlessly to the back. Goalie Logan Horton will once again put the ball down, and Milford kind of having some difficulty keeping possession right now. Sycamore trying to keep the ball on their far end, but there's a turnover, and will look to be a little bit of an elbow here. Carter Murlock going down, and you can see number 13, Jonah Snyder, kind of taking the shoulder to his back. A little bit of an elbow move there, and looks like a little bit of treatment there for Snyder on the bottom end of your screen. And it looks like it'll be a free kick here for the Aviators. Ball is in deep, chipped up, but punched away. And Milford might be out on the run here a little bit. Horton with a nice save. Ball on the far side. Slows it down a little bit, but Sycamore providing a little bit of pressure back there, and they're able to get the ball back. Potentially a little bit of room here for Sycamore as they push the ball to the far side. Try to get that second goal before halftime and really take control of this game. Moving through 4 defenders, and then finally the ball taken away by Caleb Gelming. And that'll go back for a goal kick for Horton and the Eagles. Ball will be sent back to the goalkeeper. Be knocked down to about midfield and will go out of bounds for a Milford throw-in. Taking a look here, the nice mullet by senior goalkeeper Logan Horton for the Eagles. Not quite sure what that's about, but hey, if you got it, rock it. Nice mullet over there, as my producer so astutely pointed out. Ball going to the far side, and it'll go out of bounds. I believe that was last off Sycamore. No, they're actually going to call it last off Milford. Yeah, and that'll be number 23, Max Banky, looking to take a long throw in from the far side. Some congregation around the goal, see if he can get enough on it. He'll just tap it in for a cross into the zone, but that one just not far enough. Milford able to clear away. They finally move the ball away. Might have an opening here. A little knock over the top of the defense, but that one cleared away, and that was number 3, I believe, Carter Murlock, who had a very nice touch over the defender and almost had the potential for a very difficult sequence there, and could have had a nice one-on-one shot on goal opportunity against the goalkeeper. And now Sycamore with the ball. Doesn't look to be in much of a rush here. Just about 40 seconds left. So it'll be interesting to see if Sycamore just kind of sits on the ball here for the last 30 seconds or tries to make one last run to try to increase their lead to 2 here before the end of the half. They'll move the ball up, a little bit of movement, but a nice slide tackle there by Milford. As they get the ball away, we come to 15 seconds left. Milford got to move. It looks like Sycamore will clear the ball away.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
You can hear the countdown above. We're going to go to the end of the first half of this district semifinals between the 8-seeded Milford Eagles and the Sycamore Aviators. Sycamore leading 1-0 at halftime. We'll be right back after half here on ICRC-TV and ICRC-TV.com.
welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
Milford Eagles win.
Got it. Separate. Touchdown! Unbelievable. Milford has stormed all the way back.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
On air or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face. The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Yo, Scott. Hey. I'm heading out, man. You want to ride? No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom. Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long. You know, I think I'll just... Dude, are you okay? You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed. Yeah. I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home. Smart man. Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
100 years ago, the League of Women Voters was founded by suffragists who believed in the power of women to create a more perfect democracy. Throughout the last century, we've never stopped moving towards a future where every person in our country is empowered to play a critical role in shaping our democracy. Today, LWV activists throughout the United States are working to expand voting rights, ensure fair representation in government, and push for a more equitable and just political system. This progress is in our DNA, just as our founders did 100 years ago. Today, our activists are shaping the future of voting rights in America. See how their story could be yours.
We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
We save homes and restore pride. We are people working cooperatively. Our typical client earns less than $14,000 annually and cannot afford the critical repairs they need to safely live at home, where they desperately want to be. Our services truly change lives, one repair at a time. Our professionally trained staff, along with 25,000 volunteer hours annually, has provided more than 280,000 services for low-income, elderly, and disabled homeowners in our communities. Every service makes an impact. Homes we service have an increased sales price of 10%, and even the value of surrounding homes increase upwards of 3%. Our energy conservation services save clients an average of $300 a year. These total savings from all customers equals over $200,000 in outstanding energy bills paid. With safer living environments, almost 50% of our clients reported improved health, and many are seeking medical attention less frequently. By living healthy at home, over $54,000 in state and federal aid for each client that does not need to move to assisted living. PwC's impact is more than just dollars and cents. Stable homes create stable families, which means children who are moving less frequently can achieve higher academic success. We are an investment in the future. More people living safely in their own home paints a brighter future for everyone, but we can't do it alone. We need your help to continue to build a brighter future for the entire community. Give back and get involved at pwchomrepairs.org.
Sycamore going right to left on your screen. Milford going left to right as the ball moves to the far sideline. And is snatched up by goalkeeper Logan Horton and his mullet for the Eagles. He'll punt the ball down to the middle of the field, and it's taken back by Sycamore. Sycamore has done a nice job on defense, not really allowing any pathways for this Milford offense. Milford has had a couple of opportunities, but mostly in counter-attacking scenarios, not really too much in the straight-up offensive area trying to find the spaces, because they've been few and far to come by for the Eagles. Ball will go off the Aviator defender, and Milford keep the ball again, trying to get something started once again in the offensive zone. Lots of dribbling in the middle by Jacob Haskins, trying to find someone. Getting chased pretty ruthlessly there by Aiden Young, and just has to pass it back after finding no one. That pass just a little bit too far, and we'll go for a goal kick. That's looking for number 12, Ryan Henke. And if Milford's going to want to get it back into this game, they need to get the ball to Henke as much as possible. Top scorer on the team with 17 goals this season. Second on the team in assists with 9. So he is definitely the motor of this Eagles offense. And if they're going to score a goal, he's likely going to have something to do with it, whether it's putting the ball in himself or making the pass for the goal. Henke moving the ball up, trying to find some room on that right side, but those Aviators defenders are pretty ferocious, trying to find someone in the middle, but just no Eagles attackers up there. That one, a little bit of a bouncer, just must have caught a little bit weird by Carter Morlock. I'm sorry, that was actually number 13, Jacob Haskins, who just slices the ball out for a goal kick. Once again, winner of this game goes to the district finals, plays the Beaver Creek Springboro winner. This is actually a rematch of last year's district semifinals. It was kind of the weird districts were one of the Southwest districts because there were just so many teams in the playoffs. Had to get matched up with some of the more Northeastern districts. There's kind of a tough elbow where nothing's called there. Milford able to keep the ball. Milford won the matchup last year 2-1 before falling to Cleveland State Ignatius. So it looks like, wow, a very nice move there by Alec Rosenfeld, but just not able to find anything. And I think he's looking for a handball, but they're not going to call anything. Maybe calling a handball here? Looks like there might be a free kick here. Yeah, and it looks like there's going to be a yellow card handed out. Potentially to the goalkeeper, Logan Horton, so he's going to have to run off for a little bit. Going to need one of their substitute goalkeepers on the field. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Maybe caught him a little bit with the arm, but either way, kind of a tough situation to get thrown in there. I believe that might be Sam Crawford, sophomore goalkeeper, coming in a very difficult situation, cold and off the bench. So it will be interesting to see what happens. Wow, Horton has to bide his time on the bench before coming back in. Oh, a little fake and then the left foot, but gets blocked by the wall. And Crawford will let that go by for a corner. I don't know if Crawford might have thought someone on Sycamore had touched it, but Yeah, I think they're saying probably a handball there for Horton, touching the ball outside of the box. So, tough to see with the red lines here, but touch the ball out of the box. And Crawford coming up huge here, right off the bench. Able to make a nice save on the corner, but ball gets turned back over to Sycamore. A little bit of nervy moments here for the Eagles. But looks like they'll be able to get the ball away. Get things out of harm's way, at least for now. But a wonderful save there by Crawford. I'm sure we'll get the replay here in just a second once we get to our next stoppage. But, I mean, that is just a very difficult play coming off the bench and, you know, making a very just solid play for him. You can see, does kind of come right at him, but able to be quick with it, get some hands on it, and able to jump on the ball. That looked to be Jonas Snyder, who was able to get up there and get ahead on the ball. And looks like Horton will be back in for Milford for the relief of the Eagles. And I'm sure Sam Crawford, who definitely wants to play, but I'm sure doesn't want to jump in that kind of situation where you're cold and you're having to defend a corner right away, a free kick and then a corner right away. The Eagles once again trying to find some space, but this Sycamore defense has been sturdy. The back line's been solid. Once again, not a whole lot of gaps, and then even some of the offensive players able to kind of move up a little bit and make some plays, kind of sneak up on the back of that Eagles defense. Sycamore trying to move forward. Aiden Young trying to find some room on the side, looking for Rosenfeld, but that one knocked away by Milford. And it looks like that was a pretty tough check there. Maybe number 23, Max Banky, trying to get up for the ball a little bit. Banky, 2 goals, 6 assists in 8 games playing defense. That's a pretty nice stat line there because, you know, staying away from the goal, but able to make some nice passes and get a few assists, and that's definitely what you want to see. Your defenders also helping out your offense. Long kick in there by Milford, knocked away by Sycamore. Trying to get flipped back in. Maybe a little bit of momentum if they can find someone. But once again, the nice backside by Sycamore, able to find the defender up, but Milford will get the ball back again. And both players, a little bit of confusion there. Both players leaving it off for each other. Eli Simmons, I think, may have thought Collins Sinner had left the ball for him, maybe not. A little bit of confusion there, but will not cost Milford as they get the ball back, but may have cost them a chance at a shot there. Center spun around a little bit. Milford might have, or Sycamore might have a little bit of room on the outside, but unfortunately for them, Snyder not able to wrangle the ball in, and it just floats over the sideline there. With these red lines, you know, as it doubling as a multi-purpose field, soccer field, football field, as that ball goes out, definitely tough to see these red lines from up in the stands, and I'm sure even sometimes down on the field, but making it work, and Sycamore will throw it in, get it back to the goalkeeper, who just punts it down, and having a little bit of trouble getting it out of their own end. We'll see if Milford's starting to get a little bit more pressure on the Sycamore defense, see if they can find a gap here and maybe try to tie it up. Looks to be a foul there. Not quite sure, maybe a little bit of a push. It looks like it'll be Sycamore ball, as Nick Brugman will take the free kick. Trying to find some room up the near side, and there's a steal, trying to find the ball towards the middle, but that one, luckily for Milford, knocked away by Luke Hammer. Once again, Snyder has been the guy that's been up and down that side of the sideline, trying to find something for Sycamore, but very nice block by the back line of Milford to force a throw in. This looks to be a long throw in, trying to get something into the box. And just over the head, but potential issues here. That one, just no one there to try to finish it off. And Horton will get the ball out, but now it looks like Milford will keep the ball. A little bit of sloppy play here by both teams in the defensive end, making a few mistakes, but so far none big enough to cause a goal, but still a little bit of sloppy play here starting the second half. So we're just about 10.5 minutes into this second half of this district semifinals between the 8-seeded Milford Eagles and the 4-seeded Sycamore Aviators. Once again, the winner of this game goes to the district final. Cool night here in Cincinnati and Kings Mills, Ohio. Temperatures in the low 50s, probably have dropped down into the 40s by now. And there's a nice kick by Sycamore, but a couple nice touches. Snyder and Aiden Young both trying to get a shot on the goal. None of them able to quite get anything there after the ball goes over everyone's head. Snyder looks to just miss the ball, and then Young trying to make something happen at the end there, but just doesn't have the angle. Maybe a little bit of room here for Milford. Some room out on the far side, but that ball tipped and still able to get the ball into the middle, but just not great contact, and that one's easy for Jake Isaacs. Has really not been tested tonight. Maybe a few tense moments, but not really a tough shot on, not really any big saves that have had to be made by the Sycamore goalkeeper so far tonight. Looks like a little bit of a push there by Milford. No call there. Looks like Sycamore will get the ball away for a throw-in for Milford. You can see here the pass back right near the sidelines. And yeah, a little bit of a shoulder there by Max Crawford. You've kind of seen that both ways. Not a whole lot of calling it. And that looks to potentially be a trip there. Maddox Bainpope. Getting a foot in there, maybe just a little bit late, catching the leg before he got the ball. And that'll be a free kick. Still a ways out from the corner, about 27 or so yards away from the net and far to the sideline. So probably looking in for a nice swinging cross, try to find a head to it and see what they can do from here. Deep cross. Looking back post, but just a little bit too much mustard on that. That one, he was looking for Jacob Haskins. Sorry, that was actually Ryan Hankey, number 12, on the far post, but just a little bit over his head, and that one goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. Sycamore finding a little bit of room, possibly something on the outside, but some nice defense. And then Logan Horton coming far off his line again to try to make a save. Once again, he will jump to the ball just before Snyder or any of the other Aviators forwards can get to that ball. Horton has definitely been more aggressive from that goalie spot, coming off his line a couple times, getting the yellow card early, having to come off where Crawford had to make a big save, the backup goalkeeper. But he's been a little bit more aggressive here. Did give up the goal in the first half, which was a very nice play by senior forward Alec Rosenfeld, number 10 for the Aviators. So maybe just trying to stop some of that commotion before it even starts this time by being a little bit more aggressive in the second half. Be interesting to see at what point Milford still starts to get more aggressive. Obviously still has plenty of time, 25 minutes left, but as time starts to tick, and if this lead gets any larger than 1, you wonder when they might have to start going full-blown all-out attack. Little bit of room here for Milford, but still taking it slow. They seem to be have at least a little bit more success trying to run on the counterattack, but has just not quite done that as much in the second half. Still doesn't have a great opportunity at goal, probably 1 or 2 shots, but none of them really giving any trouble to Isaacs, the Sycamore goalkeeper. So will be interesting to see if they turn up the pressure here in the last 24 and change of this district semifinal. Certainly see Milford bringing the pressure a little bit higher. Sycamore's been doing that a lot of the game. It certainly caused some issues. They'll move the ball further up, and Sycamore will just knock it out for a throw and try to avoid any more issues as a couple of guys were on the ground. You can see there Matthew Kosla just all over the place trying to keep the ball out, doing a lot of difficult work in the middle there for Sycamore, and certainly making some plays. As this looks like it'll be a long throw for Milford. Still a little bit short, but pops out. And that ball is once again mishit. Just a couple of tough breaks here for Milford. That was number 1, Colton Hupp, who does have 1 goal this season, but just not able to make solid contact. We've seen that a couple times by Milford, trying to make a good kick with those bouncing balls coming out of the box, but yet to make good contact in their 2 or 3 opportunities. Ball going to the far side, and Isaac able to jump on it before anyone is able to get down there, including Colin McCain. Really trying to put on the Jets to get down there, but just a little bit out of his reach. Isaac able to comfortably come up far enough to make that save, or to at least get the ball away from the offense. Looks like a little bit of a push there. Yeah, they'll call that a foul. It's like a little bit of limping here, but Milford trying to move quickly while they have the opportunity. That ball gets knocked away as we come to just 22 minutes left in this district semifinal. And the ball goes out for a goal kick.
Number 5, Calvin Miles, checking in.
Taking a look early. You can see the shot there just a little bit wide by Jacob Haskins. Looked to be the first solid shot for Milford, but that one just veers a little bit to the left, as now Sycamore might have another chance. But there's a nice defensive play by Luke Hammer on Snyder, as Snyder once again has just been kind of a pest in the side of that Milford defense, being very close to making some plays. Everybody out there, are you interested in becoming an OHSAA basketball official? The Southwest District Athletic Board will be hosting the 28th Annual Southwest Ohio Basketball Officials School, the only OHSAA approved class of its time. Participants must be at least 14 and attend all 5 class sessions held between November 18th and November 23rd. Pre-registration is required. For more information, call 513-563-2755 or email swdoc@fuse.net. That's swdoc@fuse.net. You can register for the classes at officials.myohsaac.com. OHSAA.org/logon. Once again, that's officials.myohsaa.org/logon. As Milford trying to make a little bit of a chance there, but not able to get anything started. If you're watching this for your Eagles, tomorrow, more Eagle action on ICRC-TV with Milford volleyball in the playoffs at 6 p.m. Milford sports all over the place. Football team playing, soccer team trying to make it to the district final, and the volleyball team playing tomorrow at 6 o'clock right here on ICRC Sports and ICRC-TV.
Number 7, Brady Foy, and number 9, Liam Skinner, checking in for Sycamore.
You can see the ball goes right off for a goal kick, looking for something there for the Eagles, but it will go back to Sycamore as they just try to get the ball away with just about 19 minutes to go here in the second half of this game.
Number 8, Colin Center for Milford, checking in.
Center just checking in, trying to get a little bit of a block there, but looks like Sycamore will control the ball. Now Milford has it back on the far side. That ball will be out of bounds. Milford just trying to get something going on the attacking end. Not a whole lot of great offensive opportunities, and that won't help there with the steal by Sycamore, trying to run a little bit on the counterattack. We'll see if they can get there. Snyder does get there, gets it to the middle, but it's knocked away and cleared. Ball goes to the outside. A little bit of a trip there on the turf monster, getting a hold of him, and Sycamore once again able to clear the ball away. Milford trying to find a way through this stout Sycamore defense. The Eagles were able to touch them up for 2 goals last year. Neither of the goal scorers on the team after graduating last year. Caleb Joming did have an assist, but we're going to need to see something out of the Eagles if they want to continue their run in the playoffs and at least try to force overtime here in the last 17 and a half minutes. Big shot there by Max Crawford, but that one gets blocked, and the second effort going way over the goal for a goal kick here. See the sideline, Coach Brian Crutzen for the Eagles looking on his team, trying to find a spark plug for him, trying to find something to get things going and get this game tied up. Ball off a defender and for a corner here, so
corner kick for Milford.
Big opportunity here for Milford. Another corner for them, and an opportunity, which is something that been few and far between for the Eagles. Hammer will take it from the far sideline, and that'll be knocked away. Ball bouncing in the air, and Sycamore able to clear the ball away. Could be a counterattack though. Both players scrambling for the ball. Looked to be all ball there, so both teams scrambling for it, and that pass just goes a little bit wide. A little bit of a scrum there. So you can see the ball gets knocked away. Tries to get knocked back in by center, but just falls away and turns into a decent opportunity for Sycamore to try to add on to their lead and deliver what isn't quite assuredly yet, but definitely would be close to delivering the knockout punch, considering the way their defense has played so far. Sycamore getting another quick turnover. A lot of room here in the middle. A deep shot, and that is far over the net. No issue there for Horton, as Rosenfeld tries to get his second goal of the game, but that one floats harmlessly over the post. See, it looks like Colin Cottrell will be taking the goal kick here for Milford. Milford trying to find some room on the right side, but that one will go off Haskins for a throw-in. To be a little bit of conversation, but from this view, looked to pretty easily come off of Haskins. Be Sycamore ball. Milford getting a quick interception, finding some room in the middle, but a deep shot there that didn't have much of a chance of going in by Crawford, and you wonder if that shot's kind of a press shot, you know, just under 14 minutes to go, trying to make something happen. A lot of frustration, especially for some of the guys in the front. Their two top scorers, Max Crawford, number 12, Ryan Hankey, really haven't gotten too many good looks on goal so far. A little bit of confusion there for the throw-in, but it looks like they'll just keep going there. It looks like there was almost a push for who actually had the throw-in, but Milford will clear it down, and that'll be a throw-in for Sycamore. Kind of a weird situation there. Not quite sure who had the throw-in. Looked like the Milford player tried to block the throw-in, but not really sure what happens, and we end up playing on here as Sycamore has the ball, but Milford once again starting to kind of press up a little bit here. Will be interesting to see if they can get any sort of opportunities, and will be interesting to see if Sycamore keeps trying to push the ball down the field and, you know, find an opportunity to add on, or whether they kind of sit back and park the bus here for the last 12 and a half minutes and just try to hold on for a 1-0 lead. It looks like they'll press up a little bit here. Ball comes rolling back. It looks like Milford will be able to just get the ball away. And also, of some interest for this game, of course, the winner playing Beaver Creek Springboro, the winner of that game, in the district final right now, with 28 minutes left in that game. Beaver Creek leading Springboro 2-0. So, looks like likely the winner of this game would face up against Beaver Creek in the district finals coming up later this week. Milford still trying to push forward here. Get there. Second goal, a little bit of confusion here. Looks like they just wanted him to move a little bit further back on the throw-in. Maybe thought it was a free kick instead. But ball in now for the Eagles as that ball's mishit, and it might give Sycamore a chance to move forward. Putting a little pressure on Milford right now, but they'll get the ball away. If you're Milford right now, you really don't want to be under pressure. You want to be the ones applying the pressure here. Down 1-0. Just under 11 minutes to go. And there's potentially another opportunity for Sycamore. Got some numbers forward, trying to find someone on the far side. Nice play from the ground there. And some fancy footwork. Wow, Aiden Young getting through a couple defenders with the nice footwork, but not able to beat that last defender. And some nice opportunities here for Sycamore to try to close this game out. But Milford hanging tough and still just trying to find that one opportunity to get on the scoreboard in their own right and take this game to overtime as we reach just 10 minutes left in the second half. Ball's just getting lobbed back and forth between the 30-ish yard lines on the football field, but now Milford has the ball with a little bit of room. Let's see if they can find something here. Defenders are closing down, and that one's blocked. But right back to a Milford player, and that one is blocked by one of the Sycamore defenders, and I believe that was Brugman, and will be out for another
Number
Milford
5, Cassian for the Eagles on the corner.
Yeah, that was Brugman that was able to knock it away. Looked like Isaacs was in a good spot, but better safe than sorry, and now it'll be a corner. Ball goes up, bounces around on the ground, but goes harmlessly out, and it looks like it'll be a Sycamore goal kick. Be interesting to see how much time they take on this one. See the goal kick. Yeah, and it looked like either the head of number 12 or number 3, Henke or Morlock, were able to get their head on it, but just not quite enough pace and not the right direction, and that just goes harmlessly for a goal kick. As Isaacs will certainly take his time here. Just trying to get through the last 8.5 minutes for a chance to face likely Beaver Creek in the district finals. Getting a little bit of room here on the left side. Rosenfeld trying to find someone in the middle, knocked away. And wow, that was a very scary moment for the Eagles, as there looked to be a couple of unmarked men for Sycamore running down the side, but gets knocked away. Now Milford with a little counterattack of their own, finding some room in the corner over there, putting the ball to the middle, but just a little bit too close to goal, and Isaacs will snatch that one up. No problem for him. Isaac punts the ball to about the 50-yard line. Little one-on-one situation here. Rosenfeld able to get past some defenders, but is closed down on. And that ball will be knocked away. Rosenfeld, of course, the first scorer in this game for his 16th goal on the season. Top scorer for the Aviators, and certainly one of the biggest threats. Okay, as I've been told by my producer, this is if score holds in all these games right now. All the teams are leading 2-0 aside of the game that you're watching where Sycamore leads 1-0. So if result holds, these are your district finals. St. X Bombers play the Oak Hills Highlanders, the 2 versus the 5 seed, and then in a 2-4 matchup, Beaver Creek from up near Dayton will play the Sycamore Aviators. And it looks like a little bit of a question here, potentially a yellow card on someone. Might be on number 16, Garrett Friedrich. Potentially on the coach. Trying to see what happened here. It looked like it was flashed at one of the players on the side, but will be interesting to see what the call is here. And things getting a little chippy here at the end, as ref having a couple words here with the coach. Not quite sure what happened. Maybe a time wasting foul there. That could have been the issue. As you see, time stop with 6:34 left. Potentially a time wasting issue. That might be the only could be the only thing I think of when someone's throwing the ball in, unless there was something that was said. But usually in that situation, especially when a team's trying to hold on for a win. As that ball takes a very funky bounce. It looks like it was going out no problem, but pops out. Rosenfeld has a chance, but gets blocked away. Very funny bounce there off the turf here at Kings High School. Ball looked to be almost assuredly going out, but bounces right back in. Rosenfeld has a chance and has a good shot at it. Caleb Joming was just able to get in front of it, have a nice block here as we go under 6 minutes. Time is running out for the Eagles. As we said, if results hold, Sycamore would face Beaver Creek coming up later this week in the district final. A block there by Sycamore, but not able to control it as it goes to the Eagles, but that one over the head and out of bounds for a Sycamore throw-in. Expected to maybe see Sycamore kind of sit back here and play defense, but it looks like they might smell a chance to try to end this game with a second goal. Have definitely been on an offensive and counter-attacking strike here. See if Milford can get something going here in the last 5 minutes of this game. Ball goes up over the defender. Isaacs was out of the goal, but that shot by Ryan Hankey, the leading scorer for Milford, goes on goal. He's claiming a handball. I think it'll be interesting. I believe he's trying to say when Matthew Kosla was turning around, he got some fingertips on the ball. Question is, with the hands down and behind his back, might not get that call. Usually you're looking for a hand extended out to get that call, so couldn't even tell from this look whether he got it or not, but if he did touch it and they didn't get the call, that might be part of the reason why. Ball gets moved to the far side, but nobody home there for the Eagles as Sycamore will definitely take their time trying to get the ball in here. Time once again running out for Milford, but Sycamore, after losing in this exact round, the third round last year, to Milford 2-1, having their chance to get revenge and get their way into the district final. And just another update per my producer. The other game on ICRC Sports and ICRC-TV is the Mason Coleraine game, which the #1 ranked Comets expected to get the win over Coleraine, currently in a 0-0 draw. Once again, Coleraine getting the upset over Turpin. So trying to make some noise as the 14 seed. Trying to find their way into the district final. Mason, of course, the 1 seed, one of the top teams in the league, the top team in the GMC, the only team finishing better than Sycamore in the GMC. Be interesting to see how Sycamore does here. Sycamore, of course, solid team, only 3 losses. Their only losses to Mason and St. X, who are the 1 and 2 seeds, 4-3 and 5-1, and then a loss to 5 seed Oak Hills, who's certainly no pushover either. Not to say that Milford is anything to sneeze at, the 8 seed, and certainly a team that has given Sycamore a good game, just not able to find that offensive production there to tie up the game. And just one really nice kind of self-made play by Alex Rosenfeld is the difference. We could be looking at a similar 0-0 scoreline to what Mason and Coleraine are in right now. Sycamore once again trying to move the ball up a little bit. Not being shy or passive at this point, still trying to find some find some daylight. And I guess, you know, with these games being a little bit more open than some of your higher level games, not quite as easy to just kind of sit back and park the bus. So they're just going to try to keep playing their style of game and try to end it on their own terms. As the ball goes over and is almost knocked in, but Isaac able to make a nice save. That was Nick Haskins skying in and looked to have a very good shot on goal. I almost thought that one was in off his head, but Isaac's able to get right on him and make the stop. Gutsy play there by Isaacs. That ball gets ricocheted down or something. He's out of position, but he's able to make the save, and that's all that matters at this point. The first, I would say, one of maybe the only, if not just one other big save for Isaacs, but here in the last 2 minutes, a big save there for Sycamore and potentially a game-saving save for Isaacs to not take things to overtime, as you hear some rowdy stomps by the Sycamore Aviator fans. As you can see the wide angle, Isaac's just able to get the hands in there. Great timing there. If he would have got there a little early, you might have been seeing a penalty, but gets there just at the right time. Doesn't touch the player as he heads it, but is able to kind of smother the ball and not allow for anything. As we come down to 50 seconds here, Sycamore 50 seconds away from punching their ticket to the district final. Ball goes into the middle, looking for an offsides call, and yeah, they'll get it. Milford, with just 30 seconds left, pushing everybody forward, trying to get one last attack here before the end of this game. Ball gets knocked forward, but, attempted to be cleared away, but just missed it by a little bit. And Isaac's able to jump up and jump on it. And that looks to likely be it here.
9, 8, 7, 6,
As
5,
tough look for Milford,
4,
losing
3,
this game, unfortunately.
2, 1.
As there's a save at the end, but Milford played their hearts out. Unbelievable game by both teams, but as you can see there, the player of the game, Alex Rosenfeld, getting the decisive goal here as the Sycamore Aviators take down the Milford Eagles. 4 seed takes down the 8 seed 1-0 to seek revenge on last year's loss. They'll be going to the district finals to likely face Beaver Creek later this week. Big game here for Sycamore, as you see all their fans in there. Well, thank you so much for watching this Monday night edition of OHSAA Division I Playoff Soccer. For my producer, Josh Sepsprott, in the booth, I'm Greg Miller. The Sycamore Aviators take this game over the Milford Eagles 1-0. They're advancing to the district finals. Thank you so much once again for watching Monday Night Soccer here on ICRC Sports and ICRC-TV.